Well, thanks for having me. Not only am I interested in transportation in my professional life, I also get super geeky and giddy about transportation in my personal life. And the first flight that I ever took was in 2006. It was my sophomore year of high school. I flew to London with the band, because I'm cool like that, and marched in the New Year's Day parade. And since then, I've taken a train by myself from Paris to Barcelona. I've experienced rickshaws, or tuk-tuks as they call them in Ethiopia. I've also biked miles in Copenhagen, which is a city where half of all journeys take trip on a bicycle, by the way. So ferries, subways, bike share, ride share, I'm a fan of all of it. So I have a lot of memorable transportation stories, but tonight I wanted to share my wildest transportation story. And after I graduated Mercer in 2012, I moved to Lamphun, Thailand to teach English for a year. And Lamphun is this small city. It's about 14,000 people. It's located 45 minutes south of Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is in northern Thailand. It's the second biggest city next to Bangkok in Thailand. And I was assigned to teach at a school called Chakham with my friend Alden. Alden also went to Mercer. She was part of Teach Thailand with me. And we're still really good friends. Alden and I instantly fell in love with Lamphun. It's a beautiful city, wonderful people. But after living there for about a month, we were ready to go on an adventure. We wanted to get out of town. We wanted to speak English with people who spoke English as a first language. We wanted to dance. We wanted to drink Starbucks and eat McDonald's and all those typical things that Americans like to do. So on a Friday afternoon, we jump on a minibus for a grand total of 22 baht, which is equal to 70 cents in US dollars, and head 45 minutes north to Chiang Mai. And our friend David, who was an American expat who was also teaching at the school, arranged to have us dropped off at Lida Guest House, which is a hostel. And I'd never stayed in a hostel before. It was new and exciting, but I was also really nervous. A few moments later, we see these foreigners. They're coming in, and we meet them, and realize they're going to be sleeping just a few feet away from us in the same room. They're from England and Scotland, and instantly we become friends. They're really friendly. They invite us to go to a Muay Thai boxing fight, which is the national sport of Thailand. It was really fun, and then after that, Alden and I finally got to dance. We got to experience Thai nightlife. We drank and we danced hard, and it was fun, and we instantly connected with these strangers that we just met a few hours ago. We go to sleep. Saturday morning, the fun continues. We rent 7 motorbikes, and every girl in the group gets paired with a guy in the group. Alden gets paired with the 6'5", rugby-playing, Gerard Butler-looking Scottish guy named Ewan. And I get paired with Kyle. Kyle, he's from London. He's about as tall as Ewan, but he weighs about 150 pounds. He wasn't dreamy, but he was really nice. So we have an adventure. We spend the day biking through the mountains in northern Chiang Mai. We go to a lot of temples. We eat a lot of traditional Thai food. And our night ends like most nights in Thailand at a karaoke bar. And Alden and I sing our signature hit whenever we go to a karaoke bar, and that's One Way or Another. And then after a few more beers, we decide we could probably sing a Thai song in karaoke. It's called Too Much, So Much, Very Much. And it goes, too much, so much, very much right now. And then the rest of it is all in Thai. And the way you do it is, I can't read Thai, I don't speak Thai, but they have English phonetics that come across the screen. Alden ditches me, which is a theme for the rest of the story, and I'm left to sing the song alone on stage. But it's a blast, everyone's having a great time, but one person has too much fun that night, and it's Kyle. Kyle's my motorbike driver. Kyle has to jump on somebody else's motorbike, and I now have to drive my own motorbike. Which is scary to me, considering the only time I'd ever drove a motorbike was just a few weeks prior. I practiced going up and down a driveway. That's it. Now I have to drive 45 minutes home on the busiest road in northern Thailand. But I do it. I'm confident. I feel great about it. But 5 minutes into the ride, there's a red light. I'm in the back and I'm the only one that gets stuck at the red light. And I try as hard as I can to catch up with everybody. But you know what they did? Those sons of bitches left me behind. But I'm good. I make it all the way to Chiang Mai. I feel good. But the problem is, it's 2012. I don't have a smartphone. I don't have Google Maps. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how to get back to the hostel. So I call Alden. Alden's phone is dead. I called David. David stayed back at the karaoke bar. And I don't know how to tell him where I'm going. And so he doesn't know how to tell me where I need to be. And I'm flustered, and I'm frustrated, and I'm nervous. And finally David says, well, do you think you could make it back to the karaoke bar? And I said, yeah, I could do that. So what do? I turn around, and I had 45 minutes back to the karaoke bar. And we hang out, and we have a few more Chong beers, and then we head back to Chiang Mai. And by this time, at this point, I am a pro. We make it back. I'm tired. I'm pissed. I just want to go to sleep. So at the time, I was really angry. But looking back, I had some really great memories that weekend. It was one of the most action-packed weekends of my entire life. I got to see some beautiful sceneries, meet some new friends. And that's just what I love about transportation and travel in general. You get to have these amazing experiences, escape reality, relax for a little bit. But what I love most about it is travel gives me some of my best stories and most of my favorite memories. Thank you.